Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new, I'm Tabby and thank you so much for stopping by. So today I'm doing a collab with Jessica from Chicprofessor. If you're not aware of her, I will link her channel and also her Instagram down below. And Jessica is a professor and also a reseller, so she resells luxury items, and she also has a passion for vintage items, and she also focuses on workwear. So yeah, go ahead and check her out. So we decided to do a collab on the best luxury bags to buy vintage, and I will focus on Christian Dior, Fendi, and Gucci. And then Jessica will touch base on Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and Mulberry. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start off with Christian Dior. So Dior, their Trotter print is becoming very, very popular. So if you want to buy a vintage bag from them, it would be smart to focus on the Trotter print if you love it. But those bags are just coming back with a vengeance. For example, here is a Trotter print in the burgundy color, and also here is a Trotter print in the navy color. They also come in a green and a black. The reason I say focus on the Trotter print, they're really good to buy vintage because now Christian Dior has brought back the Trotter print, and they are so expensive, but you know, expensive as far as luxury prices go. But if you look vintage, you can find Trotter prints for affordable prices. So sadly, a couple months ago, before Dior decided to launch their Trotter print, a lot of these Trotter prints and saddlebags and everything you could buy them like under $100. I think it was more than 6 months ago. But now that they launched it, you still have time to go ahead and buy them vintage. It's really smart to do that because although they did raise the prices by a few $100s now because they're catching on that the Trotter print's popular. If you're interested, I would say jump on buying the Trotter print vintage because you can get this exact bag that's going to launch. The Dior saddle bag is going to launch in fall 2018, and it's pretty much the same thing, maybe with different prints as they did back in the 90s. And you know, it was very popular with Sex and the City, and it was popular in the 90s. So if you're interested in getting it, I would suggest buying it vintage because you can find it, if you really do research, you can buy these for a few $100s. Now saddlebags are well in the $400 plus, $500, $600 prices because they're aware that it's going to come out again. So the prices have raised significantly, but I would say it's still a lot cheaper than buying new if you prefer. And so for example, if you wanted a Trotter print that's not in the popular saddlebag, then you can buy it for significantly cheaper still. This is just a basic square print, square bag. So this is not a popular style, so you can still find it for a very good price. And then for the saddlebag, if you're interested in it, I would try to get it now before fall. So those are just some tips to buy vintage rather than new because it's significantly cheaper. And this bag is pretty old and it's in great condition, so I highly recommend it. The next example is Lady Dior, the Lady Dior bag. I don't have a, I can't hold up one for you, but I'll put a picture right here. So Lady Dior bags, you can buy them new. They have the really cute styles with the guitar strap, and those styles are well in over the $2,000 range. But if you buy it vintage, you can find some under $1,000. It depends on the condition of the bag. So Lady Dior's, there's some bags that hold their value. Lady Dior bags don't really hold their value, so it's best to buy vintage or pre-loved because you can find some 20-year-old Lady Dior bags that are in great condition for a fraction of the price for new prices. So that's Dior. I just touched on a few things. If there's anything else, of course, that I haven't mentioned, leave them down below. We would love to hear your feedback. Okay, so the next one is my absolute favorite, and that is Fendi. The Zucca print, just like the Trotter print in Dior, is so popular. So Zucca print is this big F print and is so popular. You're seeing it everywhere. You're seeing movie stars, you're seeing like bloggers wearing shirts, wearing the socks, which I absolutely love, shoes, I mean everything. The Zuka print is coming out, and this was very, very popular in the 80s, I believe. Yeah, the 80s, 90s, and then it kind of just faded a little bit, but now it's back and you see it everywhere. And it is so popular right now. So actually, believe it or not, Fendi Zuka is not popular among everyone. So if you want to find the Zuka print, like this bag is vintage, you can buy it sometimes for under $100. Yeah, a luxury bag, and depending on the condition, on the style, like the baguette, you know, you can buy for a few hundred. But they have these bags now that the Fendi is selling with the Zuka print, and they're well in the few hundred thousands. A few hundred thousands, oh my god, a few thousands. And so again, if you want to, if you love the Zuka print like I love the Zuka print, then you can buy vintage, which you can buy for so much cheaper, and you can buy it pre-loved, and this is a great bag to buy vintage over new. Although I am eyeing some of the new Zuka prints in the velvet print. I love that. But yeah, so definitely check out Zuka, because I feel like the sellers haven't caught on that Zuka's super popular, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, like, you know, like Dior is more popular, I believe. But Zuka print, look it up, vintage. I think that you will find, well, I know you'll find good deals. They haven't raised the prices too much yet, so if you're interested, I would highly recommend it. The next print is the, if I'm not correct, let me know. It's the Pekin style, P-E-Q-U-I-N, and it is the striped print of Fendi. This one's not too popular right now. The Zuka print is more popular, but I have a feeling that this is going to get popular very, very soon. And you know, they always bring out things from the past and bring them back. So if you are interested, it's great to buy this vintage because right now it's not that popular, so you can get it for a great deal. Also, some bags to buy vintage are bags that have a certain silhouette. So for example, I bought this Fendi bag that has the silhouette of, well, let me know what you think. I feel like it kind of has a silhouette of the Fendi Peekaboo, kind of, and then the Kelly, kind of. I'm not comparing them like status-wise, how nice they are and whatnot, but they kind of have a similar silhouette. So if you're interested in, like, say, a Kelly or a Peekaboo or whatnot, and it's a great idea to buy vintage, similar bags like Fendi, this one has a similar silhouette, to see if you like it, because you can get it for such a great price. And you know, test out this bag, go ahead and like wear it, and if you really love it, then buy the new bag. So I definitely recommend getting the Pekin striped print before it gets super popular and the prices increase. So I love this one. The next brand that I'm really excited to talk about is Gucci, and everyone, I feel like Gucci is like all the rage right now, very, very popular. I feel like a lot of people really like Gucci. So, so I wanted to touch base on Gucci. I feel like there is a trend going on. I don't know if you're catching on, but it is the monogram. So pretty much, as you notice, the monogram of each brand is just really popular right now. And you know, like style, it comes in fashion and goes out of style. But right now, the Ophidia bags have came back. These were really popular in the 70s and 80s. Actually, I believe in the 80s more so. And a lot of girls remember their grandmas carrying this bag. The Gucci monogram print came back and it's so popular, but specifically the Ophidia bags have came back and they are exactly the same as the vintage ones, except for the logo. The logo's different, but other than that, the bags are pretty much identical. So I just really fell in love with this bag, and I believe Mel and Melbourne kind of alluded towards it coming back out in the spring 2018. And so in my mind, I was like, I want it. I like love this bag and I want it. So I was searching for several months, and back then, like 6 months ago, they were like $100 something, but now they're really priced very high, and a lot of vintage bags with this print or style is priced pretty high now for vintage, for 20 or 30-year-old bags. However, I wouldn't be discouraged. I feel like buying this vintage is still better if you prefer, because it's still the fraction of the price. They are raised kind of significantly for vintage bags, so if you can find one that's in good condition, and you have a price range that you're really willing to pay for it, then go for it. But also, don't be discouraged, because you can really, if you research and you just keep looking as much as you can find some still for affordable prices. So this one's not in perfect condition, but I like that. I like my vintage bags having a little character. And so yes, the Fidia bag is very much back. So if you want to buy that vintage, I really highly encourage it, because again, it's cheaper than it being new. And other than that, guys, I pretty much just touched on those three brands. If you're interested in knowing the best types of bags or styles to buy in Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and in Mulberry, then go ahead and head to Jessica's channel. I will link her video down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any comments or tips, leave them down below as well, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye! Won't you dance with me? Find a place and lose it. You can do it. Won't you dance with me? Move your feet and feel it in the space between.